So, for the purpose of people who did not follow our broadcast, there was no when the Egan along broadcast. Now, this is the detail of the land in question in Ngokpala. How government moved into acquiring that land in 2006 from the people of Ngokpala. That was during the time of Obasanjo administration and the Achikudenwa Onwa Nimu. The company, Bando Company, si China Webia, to establish a free trade zone, China Village in Ngokpala, led by a company known as Gwando. So when they came to Abuja, the then president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, called the governor of Imo State, Onwananimo, Achikudenwa, and their land was moved in for negotiation in Imo State, in Ngokpala. When the governor got there, he reached an agreement with the people of Ngokpala. And after everything, they agreed to release that land to the government of Imo State. And after that agreement was reached, the government of Imo State, I stand to be corrected anyway, through the head of the committee, of that particular negotiation, in the person of Honorable Godi Onyebuenyi, released the sum of 5 billion in 2006. I stand to be corrected in both names and figure. And the secretary of the said committee then Dr. Dan Omupe. In 2006, this money was released in compensation to the people of Ngokpala for their crops and their economic Ifeha pantry, both in the pantries in that particular land. Remember, government cannot buy land from you. They can only compensate you. And after that, the government moved in and surveyed that land, and it became the property of the state. However, due to one thing or the other from Abuja, somebody now diverted this Gwando company to Ogun State. It cannot be a coincidence that the president is from Ogun State, and these people went to him first, and citing the economic importance of building a China-free trade zone in Imo State, I think he now found the opportunity and relocated it to Ogun State, where that Gwando company is operating currently. And a lot of fertilizer there, and a lot of gadgets can out there, a lot of companies. Now, this land in Imo State became the property of Imo State government after duly going on a compensation to the people of Ngokpala. Now, it is worthy to know that all the time Ngokpala, every onye Ngokpala yagba, ano wo na ichoro igwe eba, dukwocho na igo ha na Gwando, na Gwando wa and a government call. The only building in that land is a government secondary school. However, after mbaho na nde company abia hozi, nde mmado a compensate jekwazie kobani, you can only cultivate in that land, but you cannot build in that land, and you cannot sell that land, sell any portion of that land, because it belongs to government. This is to the knowledge of even Obele non-Imo State. Now, when Zion went into Imo State to go and negotiate for land, after the first place actually failed, they moved into Ngokpala. They all went to the kings in Ngokpala. For the people who know the kings, they were right. They are right, because there is no way they can sell the land that does not belong to them. Now the king, Nkeziyama say na advised Zion to go through the right channel. Yes, which Zion people did. The right channel that they went through the government. Now the kings ensured that that original agreement, if I have the that company Zion which Zion people agreed. They agreed to bring in security, construct more roads, and a lot of things, build schools, and they agreed. So there is no way the kings or any people from that community can sell the land to Zion because that land belongs to the state government. So that was how Zion people, through the right channel, acquired that land in Ngokpala, whether it was given or what, and the governor gave them certificate CFO of that land. So who is that person who is saying that now Zion be grab your land? The right thing for you to say, if you are no only money the right, if you know, government of Imo State grab your land and they sold or gave it to Zion. Why can't you put government who were the people who negotiated for the land in 2006? And some people, some of you know, na government hope the map work that another government in Abia government. The question is, or hope the acquire that land? That land was acquired during the time of Achikudonwa, and after Achikudonwa administration, he left. Ike the Hakim came in and wanted to use that place for agricultural purposes. Mesha Hafagin that project. He left. Then Rocha Sokorosha came in for 8 years. After 8 years, he left. Emeki Hedeha came in for less than 1 year and left. Hope Uzodimma Bata for the next 8 years, which is ending. So I want you to tell me why it is now that government will reverse that decision after how many governors have come and gone. So I don't know why the constant hatred and the attack on Zion ministry is driving you people into going extra miles. If there are people you should call out for that land, you should call out those people who gave that land to Zion for the same development purpose. Why? Now, since government did the compensation to bring the development through that Gwando company to Imo State, it is now left to government to give it to another institution, establishment, or people who are willing to bring in the same level of development to Ngokpala. And that is why they have given it to Zion Ministry. Through any means, whether by acquisition or by allocation. The fact is that certificate CFO has been duly presented to Evangelist Kobi, and work had commenced in that land. So, I want you to keep panisi, the details. How come that Zion came in? The negotiation wasn't even between him and the community. It was between him and government. That was because there was something that has happened initially, which all of you are knowledge of. I was meant to understand that every single person or community there a document that is like 2 times bigger than the Bible, where all these things are being contained. Now that person will map, which I have seen the map of that area where Anagwando is. Anything basala Anagwando, they all know. Even Ndokada, even anybody, Bikine Gokwana, Ego Anagwando, Anagwando one government. EJ na lands, if he have free trade zone, government reserve area. Never one and Gwando, he have Gwando land, free trade zone, he have there. It is boldly written there. So, Keri Fena Porta, I have said, oh no, will people who think they want Evangelist Kobi to do something for them, mobilize your people and go in a peaceful way to him. Tell him your request. I'm sure he will grant it to your people because he wants to develop Ngokpala and he wants the people of Ngokpala to smile. But don't go. The case is between you and government. Who gave it to Evangelist Kobi? I don't know why you are avoiding going to government direct or confronting government. But rather, Evangelist Kobi. I stand to be corrected about this thing, about the Gwando, federal government, state government, how they acquired it. Now, the question, however, should be, this thing, did it happen? Correct me if not. These names I mentioned, I stand to be corrected. If it is different names, I'm not this one, tell me. If the figure is not what was paid, tell me. The people, the owners of this land, Did they receive their compensation for their cash crops? Yes or no? Was this money released to the people of Ngokpala? Yes or no? Then if yes, then what is the problem? If no, that is where we should have problem. And not jumping from how can they buy the land that you people have given to government and compensation being received by you people? Yes, going to interview kings, show us the full interview. You cannot go to the king's palace to go and interview him for just 1 minute and it's not possible. We want to know the details. Interview Mary Shanghai and CK na church. He told us how he even conceived the idea of building a church. The process that it went before that church came to that stand, how it was even dedicated. So the king should be able to run us down on the history of how that land, instead of just showing us the part where the king said he did not sell any land to the Zion. The Zion they only consulted the kings to know the genuineness and the who are the real owners of that land. And the king, the real owners of that land. If there was no unity between the kings and the Zion, they wouldn't be everywhere around Zion ground during the process. Because there was no quarrel, means that now Zion got through the right channel. So you should go and hold government responsible. And let us stop all this. If Abanaka, now it was the same people who told us. I saw a video made by Governor Ezioku where he was advising people not to fall into the trap of Ndewayo by not encroaching into government lands. If we use that video where you said that this is government land, that people should not encroach into it, and judge the one you are saying now that this land belongs to the people and not government, which one can you? You are an adult, old enough to know about all these things. You did not just say, "Nah, I belong to the government." Then, because out of excitement, you said it because you know the history of that land. You can't come today and tell us, "Nah, we see the people." One, so all these things will petty. Mobilize your people. Go through the right channel to Evangelist Kobe. Tell him what you people need. He is magnanimous enough to do whatever you people want and give you people peacefully. For you cannot contend that land. If you think you are going to revoke that CFO, how come you people have not gotten that land since the days of Achikudemu? That land, the government land, the Evangelist Kobe. Go and take a coordinate from that land. It is what I have done. You should go single. As Ashoma Panini Zion Ngokpala, go single. Ebe ife madu wotarum, a map madu wotarum, ebe na madu wotarum, a go single, a fear. Share this video for the enemies of Zion and the enemies of church who thought they are going to use this to fly. It is zero on arrival. It is zero on arrival. Just like in to say defeat you a long time. They defeat you again. I want to understand Zion Ngokpala. How much did they pay? Look at the question. Waja and Arjuna a program. You thought this is a never I want to look. You are zero on arrival. I have just go and verify what I have said. Correct me, like I said. I stand to be corrected on this. I won't even claim that I have given you the whole fact. I stand to be corrected. Then you will tell me if Zion went through the right channel to acquire that land. Until then, let us prepare for the end of 100 days fasting. It is fast approaching. Wadoko maka business here, Jemeba, Ishonoreba, and Achagarianya. Or Banafia Gasu Papa again and Ngokpala. Shalom.